Alright, and welcome to Season 6, Race 20 of my F1 2020 My Team Career Mode. We are 3 races left in this season, or we have 3 races left in this season, and the championship's still pretty tight. We just got done with qualifying for Mexico, and I'm P9, which could have been better, but honestly I'm happy with it because Mexico has such a long run down to turn 1, and my main objective right at this point is just beating Daniel Ricciardo, and with the long run down to turn 1 again, should have an easy opportunity to beat him in turn 1. Championship standings, Max Verstappen is behind by 18, I am behind by 19, Leclerc is behind by 27. So those are the title contenders at the moment. Bottas is 58 points out. He needs to be within 50 points leaving this race, or else he is eliminated from the title fight. There you go. Should be an interesting race. And of course, without starting in the top 10, that means any potential grid penalties to the front runners will actually impact us positively, because we're in a position to actually gain. Albon BS in qualifying, that doesn't really bother me that much. Weather looks pretty dry, a little cloudy, but shouldn't anticipate any rain. And let's go into the race.
Here we go then, it's time to race in Mexico City, a place which gave Honda their first ever victory back in 1965. American Richie Ginther won from 3rd on the grid. And what are the Honda powered cars this year? Well, Red Bull have been going strong here in recent seasons, so can they keep that record going today? At 2,285 metres above sea level, the thin air of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez poses a unique challenge, not just to a driver's skill, but to the efficiency of their engines as well. 17 corners make up a lap of this 2.6-mile circuit, and you can expect incredible speeds in excess of 220 miles per hour, and overtaking too into the hard braking zones of turns 1 and turn 4. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's begin by discussing Daniel Ricciardo. There's a real chance they could win the title today. So how do you think they'll handle the pressure?
I think as long as they keep their mind on the task and not its historical significance,
they could extend
they'll
the
be
lead.
just
I don't
fine.
think they can lock it up.
This is a race just like any other. You do the best you can and accept that sometimes things are going to happen outside of your control. If they can approach today with that attitude, the pressure shouldn't be a problem.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and Alexander Albon lines up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Ricciardo, Norris, Lewis Hamilton, and Gasly, the owner driver, Bottas, Matsushita, and Daniel Kvyat, Leclerc, Giotto, Lance Stroll, and Magnussen, Russell, Giovinazzi, Nick De Vries, and Nicholas Latifi, Sainz, Calderon, Aitken. They've taken a grid penalty, and Esteban Ocon rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out?
Man, Esteban Ocon's been taking a lot of grid penalties lately. Seemingly every race. We get elevated from P9 to P7 thanks to some grid penalties. Was the one not helpful for Leclerc's championship hopes, but certainly makes our job a little easier. The run down to turn 1.
Just 3 races left. You can still win the driver's title, but you need a strong performance. Come on, let's give it our best shot.
Alright, pretty sure everyone in the field will be starting on the soft tire. And the drivers got the penalties, at least who are heading with Leclerc. And I'm not sure who the other one was. It might have been Esteban Ocon. But yeah, so there you go.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap. Okay, here's who we're really fighting today. Gasly and Kvyat. Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now. Dries seem like the best tyre for now.
So my goal is to beat Daniel Ricciardo going into turn 1. And with us starting 7th and Ricciardo starting 3rd, I think we have a good shot to do that.
The rest of the grid is forming up. Be patient and watch for the lights.
It's going to be a swarm of angry bees going into turn 1. 3 wide, 4 wide. Should be exciting. 5 red lights to the Mexican Grand Prix. And we're underway. That's my teammate on the outside. Ricardo. A little bit of a tighter squeeze than I would have liked. That didn't work. quite the squeeze. Did we get any wing damage? I'll take that. Front wing looks okay. A little bit of damage, but not too severe. Verstappen needs some pole. Looking for his second consecutive win.
That's a decent start. Good job. DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone. We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
big issue now is that I've created a bit of a DRS train from my position in second all the way back to, I guess, the Ferrari of Leclerc. Now, pit stops are going to be interesting. I know some people try 2 stops here. Well, I know we're definitely going to be doing a 1 stop. And again, my primary objective is to keep Daniel Ricciardo behind me. So I'm not sure if we're just going to do what we did in the last race, where I just do whatever I can to keep Ricciardo behind me, and included in that would be pitting on the same lap that he pits. What's also sort of interesting is that the whole field is in the straight. Like, I'm definitely holding up the line of cars, but it's not like I'm holding up the whole field. After Leclerc, it sort of spreads out a little bit to Racing Points, a couple seconds behind Leclerc. And while I would be willing to let Hamilton buy me, I'm not going to let him buy me I'm not going to let him buy me before the pit stop sequence. Just in the event we run into a situation where we both end up pitting on the same lap. I don't want to be held up by Hamilton, so for now he's got to stay behind me.
Strategy is available on the MFD. Confirmed.
Now, some people might try to do a 1 stop by going from soft to hard. I'm not sure. I seem to remember running into a situation the last time I ran this race where some people who I thought were doing 2 stops ended up doing only a 1 stop. So I really don't know how the strategies are going to play out. I mean, my goal here is to stretch it to lap 15 or 16 and then hit for mediums and then go to the end of the race. That's at least my plan. Ran off the road there. So he's trying to pay attention to what was going on behind me here. Ricardo's about to gain a spot. He does. I think he got by somebody back there. Oh no, he didn't. He just got stuck by the 2, by Albon and Gasly going side by side. Which of course helps me. He gets me further away from Ricciardo. problem for position.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
Oh, jeez. Hamilton, you maniac. Just want to make sure he didn't run into the back of me here. Alright, he's got a little wind damage. That's not really significant. Now, what's interesting about Max Verstappen in front of us is that while he has pulled away, he hasn't really extended to the point where he would be out of the 20-second barrier where he would come out in clean air. Because if he pitted right now,
we expect the grip levels to start falling away soon.
If he pitted now, he would come out in all of this traffic. So he is still in a bit of a danger zone position in terms of pitting. Now, of course, to be fair, everyone here would also have to pit, but him coming out in this traffic would not help him at all.
Pit window open. Let's box this lap.
The opportunity there to do a mid-section save as well as fix my headphones. Which are getting a little scratchy there. Spotty. my pit window is open, but obviously, again, I'm not pitting yet. Verstappen does not pit this lap. Who are going to be the first takers? That is the question. Well, we got one. One of the AlphaTauris. I think that's Kvyat, I want to say. Maybe it's Kyoto, I'm not sure. It's Kvyat, and let's see what tires they put him on. Another set of softs, so he is definitely doing a two-stop race. For sure. Yeah, but we want to try to make it to lap 15. Then go from there. Verstappen stays out again. Uh-oh, we've got one car moving slowly, one of the Alfa Romeos.
Okay, some information on Magnussen.
Out of the race.
Looks like the problem is terminal. They're retiring the car.
That is the second race in a row that Magnussen has dropped out due to engine problems. So, not good times for him at Alfa Romeo. And a lot of the cars towards the back have been pitting. And just checking the race director. A lot of them are doing two stops, which is interesting. So the back runners are all going for a two-stop strategy.
Yellow flag.
Verstappen stays out into the lap, so the longer Verstappen stays out, the more I think he's doing one stop. That just seems to just make sense of, why he's staying out so long. Which is interesting, because normally in real life, it's the opposite, where the guys, if there's a two-stop, it's normally the guys in the front who are doing it.
We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
And the guys in the back are the ones who are doing the one stop. Here, it's the opposite. The guys in the back are doing two stops, and as far as I can tell, the guys in the front, myself included, are going for that one-stop strategy. And Danny Kvyat sets the fastest lap in Grand Prix, but it doesn't matter, he has to stop again.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Use your overtake button.
Verstappen stays out for yet another lap. So I guess it's comforting to know that everyone is pretty much on the same strategy as I am. In terms of doing a one-stop. Hamilton, did he hit me back pretty hard, or is that not too severe? No, he's fine. Now what I would like to do is pit this lap. Whether I will get the opportunity to pit this lap, I don't know. It's going to depend on what Hamilton does.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap. Affirmative. Medium tyres at the next stop.
Verstappen stays out for one more lap.
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
Oh, can't pit. Hamilton's pitting. So I'm going to have to go around one more time. And something happened with Norris there. I'm not sure. He got really out of shape. And, well, the good news for me is that Bottas is going to pit. Which means that Ricciardo is going to stay out another lap. For sure.
Lewis is in the pits. Okay, we can take you this lap. Affirmative. Medium tyres at the next stop. Understood. Stopping this lap.
Go into the pits.
Go now. Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
So I don't care about Hamilton passing me. My whole thing was that if he passes me, I didn't want him to pass me during or before the pit stop sequence started. Now it's after, I don't care. He can finish ahead of me. That's cool. So let's see where Ricciardo came out. So he's right here. So Leclerc is definitely going to get by Hamilton. So that's good for Leclerc's championship hopes. And so out of everyone in front, so Verstappen leads. He's done for the day in terms of pit stops. Kvyat, he will have to pit again. Hamilton will be P2. I will be P3. Bottas will be 4th. Norris will be 5th. Gasly, Albon, Leclerc, and Ricciardo is currently in an effective P9.
Verstappen has the lead.
We'll do mid-session save right about there. Be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix 2 soon. Okay, battery's looking good. You can use overtake to get past.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
Into the pits.
Gap to car in front is 1.5 seconds.
So some of those back markers have started to make their pit stops here. Catching up to Calderon, who will surely be getting blue flags here momentarily. And at this point, it's just a long run to the finish.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the softs.
And I guess Stroll pitting there caused a big kerfuffle behind me. Cars are getting passed left and right as we have a problem on track. One of the AlphaTauris has a problem.
Safety
Kyoto
car,
is
safety
out
car.
of the session.
No overtaking, reduce
And
your
there
pace.
is the safety
Keep your delta
car.
number positive as we form up.
So what's interesting here is that there's going to be a ton of lap traffic in between Verstappen, Hamilton, and myself for this restart. Meanwhile, Norris managed to overtake Valtteri
Some
Bottas.
information on Giovinazzi. They are
Oh,
out
and
of the
Giovinazzi's
race.
out of the session too. What happened to him? Did he get hit? Is this him? Oh, he's gonna hit the pace car. Giovinazzi, what are you doing? You hit the safety car. Oh my god. How do you manage that? Just drive straight into it. Giovinazzi, what are you doing, man?
Drop your speed, our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
There's going to be one of the Haas cars and both Williams cars are going to be stuck behind the leaders here. There's Kyoto's stranded car. So both Alfa Romeos out of the race. And AlphaTauri out of the race. Not a good day if you're an Italian team, I guess. So Alfa Romeo are still part Swiss, I believe, but the point still stands. Ferrari connected teams, or it's whatever you want to say.
Let's get ready to go racing
Right,
again.
Russell
The safety
catches the
car
back
is in
of the
this
pack.
lap. When the field accelerates, remember,
we're ready
there is no overtaking
for
until
the
the green
safety
flags.
car to come
Safety
back.
car in this lap.
Be a fascinating restart here with all these guys diving out of the way.
Return the position.
Well, I went a little too early, clearly. Well, I don't know why it'd be illegal to take a car that's a lap down, but each their own.
Okay, clear.
Let's see what happened there. Ricardo's point of view.
We pretty much burned off our excess fuel. We'll be back on target soon. Don't wait too long to turn the engine down.
Slappers are such a bottleneck.
Right, we need to get past here. Use overtake. Use overtake. The gap to the car ahead is 1.6 seconds.
It's starting to get cloudy all of a sudden. So that was in the forecast, it would get cloudier.
Conditions look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected. Dries seem like the fastest tyre at the moment. Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online. You've lost some time to the car behind. to the car in front is 1.8 seconds.
Action behind us. Our significant to the point standings. Leclerc able to get by Albon. And Ricciardo is in that battle too.
Issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. There's 4 laps of fuel remaining. Is gaining on you by 0.5 a lap.
Bottas looking to make a move on Norris. They're going side by side. Norris got the better of it.
Gap ahead is 2.5 seconds. Use your overtake button more, it's time to utilize some of this energy. 2 laps of fuel remaining. We advise moving to mix 2, fuel to mix 2.
Final lap.
This is your final lap of the race.
Sector coming up. Definitely be a good day in the points. Definitely going to gain on Ricardo. Verstappen will definitely gain on Ricardo, as well as he will come around the final corner to win the Mexican Grand Prix, his 4th win of the season. And I believe that will put him in the championship lead. He come home in P3.
Top job, my friend, top job. I was a bit worried about this one at the start of the weekend, but you've pulled through. Thank you.
The thin air here in Mexico City makes this event a brutal one for these Formula One cars. But this team have done a fantastic job to make it to the checkered flag and take a well-earned victory. Talk to me, Ant. What was it that set them apart from the competition today?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out.
Not really.
They were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen now leads the Drivers' Championship. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Often my go-to would be a driver who's managed to pull off an especially impressive feat during the race. However, in this instance, I was more impressed by Max Verstappen's solid, clean driving throughout the event.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. Well, Ant, an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.
Alright, and that was the Mexican Grand Prix. Check the standings. Constructors first. Ferrari extends the lead over Mercedes by 31 points. We are 48 back. Ferrari, I guess there's a shot that they could wrap up the constructors by the next race. I don't know. Driver standings wise, it is very close at the top. Verstappen leads Ricciardo by 4. I am 12 points back. Third, Bottas officially eliminated. Hamilton obviously officially eliminated. Leclerc will go into Brazil on the danger zone, or in the danger zone. He's 29 points out, needs to be less than 25 points behind the leader to be eligible for the championship in Abu Dhabi. In theory, Max Verstappen could clinch the title in Brazil if myself and Ricciardo score no points while he wins the race. But I don't think that's likely, but we'll see. You never know.
So that was an exciting race from our perspective. Let's have yours. Did you struggle to get through all that traffic today? Everything went your way today. It looked like you had a really good strategy for the race. Your teammate is up on the podium today. This is a great thing for the team, isn't it? What was your teammate's secret to success today? Appreciate your time.
To renew a sponsor, DSP Optics. Looks good. Alright, that's it for the Mexican Grand Prix, and I'll see you next time for the Brazilian Grand Prix.